Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to our weekly webinar series. I trust that you had an awesome week, and if not, hey, the weekend is right around the corner. This is Chance US Navy veteran, number one bestselling author, your implementation strategist. I'm here tonight for a wonderful presentation, and I got some updates. Most of you probably might have known I've been sick for the last 6 days almost. Actually, tomorrow will be one full week, and not fully 100% recovered. But last Friday, I came down with a serious, I guess, flu-like symptoms, aches and pains and high fevers, and so just pretty much getting over. Was able to get out the house the last 2 days, but I stayed indoors for 5 straight days. It was that tough. So if you hear me, I have some water here. If you hear me kind of coughing or just a little bit, do excuse me. Okay, so that's what's going on. Alrighty, I hope you're ready for tonight's presentation. So if anything, let me just do a few quick checks. Um, I'm sitting down tonight, of course, for another reason of, want to take care of my health a little bit here. So I'm not going to be as vocal as I normally am. I'm just going to try to take it easy because I have to speak to tomorrow, Friday, and also Saturday, pretty much almost for most of the day. So do excuse me if I'm not much animated tonight, but I am going to be able to teach you still. We're going to be able to share and dialogue and so forth. So let me just check in on my phone, make sure we can see and hear each other clearly. If this is your first time joining us, please make sure you check in and let us know who you are, where you're coming from. This is our strategic secret slash monetize your skills academy. We are a community of like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, and success-minded individuals, men and women who really want to make a difference, who want to make an impact on this world. And so weekly we share on different strategies and how to do that, how to become our best in different areas in our lives. So we share things related to health, finances, relationships, especially career, finance, and those type of things, because that's really one of the key areas where most people want to win. And so we've been sharing on that. This right here is Hallmark because let's see here. Let me go into. I think we have two more programs. Well, this and one more before the year is out. So right after Christmas next week on the 26th, we will be having our last webinar for the year. So do join us. Do join us. Do join us. Okay. So one more time here. I keep getting distracted. Give me a second, just so I'm get your notepad, notebooks, questions. By the way, there is a little chat box for those of you who may want to send me a message or ask a question. You are always free to do that. If you're not hearing me or seeing me clearly, do let me know and I'll be able to respond to that. Another thing that you want to be aware of is if by chance, for whatever reason, this goes off and that you are not able to see me, we will post I'll probably go back on later on today and I'll re-record this presentation and then post it back up. So we hope everything goes well, but technology, that happens as well. So, and then not only that, but I'm a little bit off here too with the camera in front of me. I'm not going to touch it so that way it doesn't go off. So that way it could have, got more of my screen, and then it looks like I'm looking down because that's where the screen is and the camera is right here. And so those are, minor things for today. My chair's not going up, so I can be more direct on the camera. But that's all right. You guys and gals can hear me. So today we want to talk about a little secret that many professionals, presidents, athletes, prophets, sages, kings, these people use a little known or often forgotten or neglected tool that help them to achieve a lot of greatness in different aspects of their lives. Matter of fact, you and I would probably have not uncovered many of the success strategies, principles, and autobiographies had they not used this particular tool. If you think about it, even Ben Franklin, right? One of the I guess, forerunners in the Western world when it comes to productivity and time management. That was one of his practice. And but we have folks, Washington and others from the Bible, all the sages, all the prophets in the Bible, whether it's Isaiah, Jeremiah, Habakkuk, all of them, they all use this tool, and it is overlooked. And I shared with you about 2 weeks ago, I have been journaling for over 20 years, and I share with you some of my journals, okay, and how it has really helped impact my life. I have had many of them. So these are just a handful of old journals that I've used in the past, different types of journals, all types, right? So this is Wisdom Journal here. Of course, these are all filled out here. I think I shared one back from even 1999, a journal entry, WWJD. And so one of my first journal entry in this was Sunday, 21st November 1999. Right? So you can see it right there. Right. So journaling has been helpful. It guides me in so many ways. I'm going to share with you. This one is very powerful. Some students gave this to me on a canvassing mission back in 2008. Walking with God. It's one of my favorites actually, because here that whole entire year was power packed. And so I've gotten some very rich, this is called walking on water type of stuff here. This one, there's another one here, faith, keep the faith. Okay. Of late, for the past 2 years, what I've been primarily using is more productivity / journal by John Lee Dumas, Freedom Journal, and Mastery Journal. These are the two, because I started working on quarterly goals as far as breaking up the year, and so these journal help to do that. As far as most of it blank, but they give you a template to work with on that. And so then, of course, classic prayer journal here. Went on a retreat. My wife and I did a marriage retreat way back when as well. Windshape retreat. This one is called Reconnect, Pastors Refreshing and Renewal Retreat. And so they gave us a little journal here that was very helpful as well. Okay, so I'm showing that to you because, again, many folks ask me, Chance, how are you able to do so many things? You're a pastor, you're a teacher, you're all of these different things, and you write books and whatnot. I am not, I'm not really better than anyone. I just really have some tools that I use, and the military background and training helps me to work with strategic. That's why I love the name, right? Strategic Secrets is what we do, because you have to be strategic in anything that you do. There must be a system and a strategy. You know what I mean? It's not so much about trying harder as it is finding a system, a process that works for you, by the way, because you have to figure out what works for you. We can share different principles, strategies, what works for us, but you have to be the one to, exercise your own rights and to see what is, what gels with you and for you. But journaling, I'm going to break it down. So don't get me wrong. This is a two-part. We're going to first talk about the overview of what journaling is all about. Then we're going to share with you. I want to give you an opportunity to work with me on the very second day of the new year. So stick around to hear all about that. But I'm going to be actually leading out in a day of, it's going to be, our first one for the new year, January the 2nd. But I'm actually going to lead you into a visioning exercise, a visioning session of getting your vision, mission, and planning the whole entire 2020 together. So I'm going to make myself available for a select group of our community members on January the 2nd. And we are going to actually, so I want you to get some tools, which one will be a journal, notebook, whatever you have. But I recommend some of these. And as you know, by the way, we don't want to jump the gun, but I have to teach a little bit from my journal. So one of the reasons I created journals right now is because as you've seen, I've gone through all different types of journals and I've seen so many different types, and I said I need to do my own. Not only that, but I was taking a class not too long ago and it did require me to journal. So, and that's where I shared with you the last time I was on live. The idea for this came as a journal entry as well in this particular journal, but now it's finished. So this is finished, and look, it's all actually, it needs a little bit of reworking because it's kind of, you know, I guess old, but this is the last journal I have, and I was waiting for my new journals to be completed before I do any other journaling. So I really didn't even want to, I'm writing in a little notebook, a blue notebook, and I supposed to have had it here, but it's outside in the couch. But I was so excited on the new journals that we created. Okay, so I'm going to share with you real quick these two journals that I want you to actually get. Okay, the Vision Journal, look at it, very nice. Okay, very nice design, and Make It Plain devotional journal. So one is on spirituality, one is on vision, success, and that type of a thing. So both of these, and by the way, hardcover and softcover, look at this, real nice. I know it's taking a little bit to zoom in here. Okay, and I'm going to show you the hardcover. By the way, the hardcovers, they just like literally dropped these off of my house. The truck came about maybe an hour ago. I was so pleased because I was waiting to show them. I had several of the soft covers, but the hard covers took a while to come in here. But nonetheless, for example, right here, the hard. See that? Hear that? So this is it right here. Look at this, folks. Lovely. I mean, quality work. It's very nice. I'm very pleased with it, right? For those of you who want to get it for the holidays, you can be able to gift it out there. You can write present it to, present it by. On the back, by the way, I think Carol is here. In two of these journals, we feature her book, okay, community member. There it goes, as a recommended resources at the end. Covenant love, love with your spouse forever. She talks about the different principles of covenant love relationship, which is powerful. So that's again here we get to share what some of our other community folks are doing. So in both of these books, in the back, we have some recommended resources. And so if you're lucky, you stay to the end, we're going to actually give away one free journal as well. And so I have bought a couple of these here. Well, we have a couple of these that, where were these? Let's see. Yeah, I think we got these from our church. So I have a bunch of these that I'm going to be giving away. By the way, we bought a lot of books. I have 2 boxes of books here that we're going to be giving away for holidays. So that's what my son and I, we go door to door on Christmas, and we just wrap a whole bunch of gifts and we give them to people, strangers. But most of it this year, we're going to be giving away, of course, yours truly, my books and some journals that we're going to be giving away. So one person is going to be lucky tonight to win one of these. So anyhow, but the reason, again, we wrote this journal, we created these journals, was because I wanted more space, because I go through journals pretty quickly. Now, of course, we can't make them too thick, but at the same time, trust me, you're not going to run out of pages easily. With these particular journals. Your devotional journal, we made these ones a little bit bigger than normal. They're 7 by 10. So you have a little more space, a little more margins. If you like me, if I'm trying to do like sermon outline, talks outline, I need some space. So we make those a little bit bigger, and the Vision Journal is your standard 6 by 9, which is still good, but you have a lot of pages in here. I want to say you have over 200 or something plus pages to write on this one. I think it's 300 pages total, including introductions, explanations, a little bit of teaching on what journaling is all about. We have about 6 pages in the back about the author and some recommended resources, and all the rest journal pages. So you're not going to run out of journal pages, and that's one of the things I need, because I really and truly love my journals. And as you can see, these are very flimsy, right? These, you can go through them real pretty quick, and so you're going to love it. Okay, so by the way, If you want to get any of these books for Christmas, New Year's, please, I recommend you get them as a gift for your friends and family, and get yourself one. To do this vision exercise that we're going to be doing on January the 2nd, you're going to need a journal. So, hey, why not? I created this for you as a member of our community. So, why not go ahead and get them from right here? Okay, take your life and career to the next level. So, let's get into some teaching mode now. Let me take a little sip of water. Pastor K, praise God. Yes, praise God indeed. And we praise God for what you're doing and for your work. And I know that we're going to see more from you in the near future as well. So we appreciate you very, very much. Melissa is on here as well. Thank you guys. You're always regular folks here. Let's see. I think I see some familiar faces here. Let's see. Refresh. Already. Sindel, how you doing? Hope everything is going right for you. By the way, another thing about, for those of us who are grinding, I must say this. I'm going to make a little confession here now that Sindel is on here too. Grinding is good. But honestly, that time you definitely need to burn the midnight oil and so forth. But I don't, I think if you are strategic, you wouldn't have to be burning the midnight oil consistently for you to get output. I must think, I feel that's one of the reasons why I did get sick. Actually, let me see. 2 or 3 weekends ago, as soon as I finished preaching, our pianist and organist, she's a good friend of mine. She tutors my son, our son. And then, so we were just chatting. I tell her, I said, I'm tired. I know the Lord is telling me I need to take some rest because, we brought It Is Written Television Ministries down. We were super busy, super engaged. I mean, even on nights off, we would go out and do follow-ups and visitations and those things. And I just kept going. And plus with these 3 projects, because I mean, you think about it, last year we published 3 books, but I had time for the year to do that. But this year, this is pretty much 3 books right now, because my wife's book also, she, we're doing the cookbook thing, and my aunt helping her publish her books. So, but trying to get these things out in just that short window. So it was a lot. It was a lot. And so, but anyhow, the organist, she said something interesting. I don't know if it was prophetic. I'll see her this weekend probably. But she said, if God is telling you take some rest, you better take some rest before something happens. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to take some rest. But, in the back of your mind, you're making up, hey, well, if I put in a leave request now, it's too soon. I have to put it in a couple of days or weeks before. And so I don't think my folks are going to approve that right now. So I said, well, after the holidays. And then lo and behold, right, the very following week, I was so sick, I couldn't even go to church this past weekend. I mean, that's a first timer in a long time. The only time I miss church is if I'm on vacation, possibly. But I can't tell the last day I've actually missed church. Seriously, I don't miss church for anything. But again, maybe if I'm on vacation and I'm not, having to do anything and I need to rest, then I would. But if it's just regular, I don't miss church at all. So that tells you guys, ladies and gentlemen, one of the secrets to being successful is balance, and you need to take your rest as well. If you work hard, the Bible says God gives his beloved sleep. And so you don't have to keep grinding. You grind when it's time to grind. You have 6, 7, or 8 hours a day to grind. Use that opportunity, but don't think you have to keep consistently beating your head against the wall so that you can be successful. Let's bring it in. So why journaling? What are we talking about journaling now? Okay, journaling. So I've been studying the prophet Habakkuk and notice something interesting. He says again, write the vision, make it plain. And that's where the theme for these 2 came in, right? The vision journal and make it plain. So you see, we got ideas even from right there. So that's how those came about. But the what I saw is, again, you look at the presidents, you look at athletes, you look at most of the history books, they were able to go back and find the journal entries of many of these greats because many of them, Ford and other people, all these folks that they would actually write in their journals, even formulas and so forth like that. Einstein and other people, scientists who came up with great discoveries. And journaling is actually therapeutic as well. If you are going through issues or you're trying to clarify your thoughts, journaling is a good way to do that. It helps to get clarity, because we need clarity so that we can take action. Okay, so what exactly is journaling? Okay, so journaling can be stated as pretty much writing down anything, writing down what is on your heart, what's on your mind, writing down your system, strategies, protocol. Your journal functions as a memoir, a memorabilia. For example, to me, it's like your private hard drive where you download your thoughts, wisdom, knowledge, ideas, inspiration on paper, in a book, right? Preferably. So that way you can be able to access it later on, or others can access it later on. Now, your journal is private, but we know when you're dead and gone, that's what the folks get your journal, and now they're able to. So that's why I'm saying is, and this can be part of your legacy. Right now, of course, my family, everybody respects my journal, but they're normally in a private place as well. So, but you can write absolutely anything you want to write in your journal. We don't have to make it complicated. You do not have to make it complicated. It doesn't have to be all professional and edited and for grammar and all these different things. No, you can write short notes. You can write, I like that. The reason I like a lot of pages, because I my stuff goes and goes and goes. But in the one, for example, with what I use here, the Freedom Journal and the Productivity Mastery Journal, those are basically more bullet points type of a thing. You know what I mean? Uh, let's see here. Even like taking notes and different things like that. Okay, like you see right here, for example, this is one thing right there. So it can be as simple as that. Just jotting down ideas, whatever the case may be. As elaborate as you want it to be, you can make it, okay? Or you can make it a simple nugget. That's how you want to do it. Let's see here. One of the way I used to do my journaling and strategizing is seven wide. Seven. I like to work in seven. So I would say, for example, here, self-knowledge questions. See, so seven self-knowledge questions, seven broad bullet points, and then 7 points under each of them. So, like for example, here's a journal entry from January 27, 2011. Self-knowledge question: who inspires me? Then I have 7 people on the day. What inspires me? Then I have 7 things that inspire me on the day. What keeps me inspired? There's some things that inspire you, but there are other things that keep you inspired as well. So you look at those type of things, and so you see right there. That's how, when I go back in my journal entries, I can get stuff for blog posts and even book content. Because this right here, this can be right here, even a book, if I really wanted to do that, right? Because when I look at this now, I can say self-knowledge questions. 3 main questions that every successful person, minister, leader needs to ask him or herself. Number one, who inspires you? And then I can create probably, let's say, 7 to 10 pages on each of the people who inspire you. Or that can be a journal entry. So even think about that. You should know that, because here's the thing: if you want, inspiration is something that helps you to really create and to leverage productivity. Because as they say, strike while hot, right? So you want to be in your peak zone and know what inspires you, so you can be around people who inspire you, or have, let's say, it's music, right? So you want to be able to play music. There's some music that are uplifting, and there's some music that are depressing. So if you want to be inspired, then you will need to know the type of music that inspires you. Okay, so let's say, for example, what inspires me? Here's some things that I have. The Bible, the Holy Bible inspired me. That's the best book of inspiration, because I get all kind of ideas from the Bible, right? Um, Inspirational recordings, or motivational speeches, seminars. Okay, what else is Faith Talk? You know, when I hear people talking of faith, you know, that's why I love testimonies in that church, because when people testify, some people even take it wrong, you know, some people, oh, they're bragging. No, when I hear people testifying about what God is doing in their life, and it's a bold faith, it motivates me, because now I'm going like, say, God, if you did it for them, I know you can show enough do it for me. Okay. Doing good for others motivates me, and pictures of my goals and dreams. So right behind of me here, I have two box lights, of course, but right there, this is my personal home office. But I have right here my, as you may call it, vision board, you know, which we'll talk a little bit about as well. But a vision board as far as dreams and goals, and even reminders. And sometimes, like you see up there, you know, not, you know, in the military we call it your little love me wall, you know. But sometime right here, but I have a few things, not all of my stuff, but a few things that mean something to me. I was given this plaque over here from Ghana, right, from the president of the Mid North Ghana Conference in Ghana, West Africa, when we went there for missions, last year or year before. And so I love that, right? This, of course, is one of my this is my master's degree diploma there. The reason I have that one up there, because it is significant in the sense of, this is where monetize your skills and all of that came from. So that helps me to remember. See, I link all of them together. And then in front of me, I have other accolades and so forth, you know, right above here on the wall. And those are some of the things that inspire me. See. So, and I journal about them, and they are also around me. See what I'm saying? So that keeps me going. So remember now, for example, this was written in 2011. We moved into this house, what, about 4 years ago, right? I didn't look back at this journal entry, but because I had it written down already, it works in my mind, it stays in my mind, it stays in my heart, and so therefore I am acting out that which the mind and God has already downloaded. You see how that goes? So that's what I'm talking about there. Alrighty. So, oh, now I'm lost from where we were. Okay, moving right along. Moving right along. So how do we journal effectively? Okay, so again, journaling is simply, again, writing things down that you believe that are important to you. You can journal about anything, even your prayers and different things like that. This practice, what will journaling do? Journaling will build your faith and confidence over time. It serves as a memorial, as a progress tracker towards your goals and your callings and your ideals in life. Your journal is your private hard drive where you can store your imaginations and reminders of things that are yet to be fulfilled. This is why, again, journaling is helpful, because many people struggle with, you know, I'm working on this goal, or I've been praying this thing and it's not happening. No, remember, like the prophet said, you write the vision, you make it plain. Cool. But he said you put it in writing because the vision could be for a future time. But you want to remember when you heard the voice or when you were given that inspiration. If the thing be of God, what keeps you going is the fact, I know on this day, this date, God spoke this to me. God gave me this in my heart. Therefore, I'm going to hold on by faith because I was certain that I received it from Him. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, because when you forget what God has shared with you or what God has spoken, doubt and so forth can come in. See? So, like I said, I received this inspiration for this journal in this book. That's why I was able to move with confidence to create them. I didn't have to worry whether whatever obstacle is going to be there or whatever the cost is. My point is, I know clearly that God spoke to me and gave me the idea to write these or create these journals. It's in the journal right here. I wrote it down. I made it as a prayer as well. And it was certain that this is what it needs to be called. Actually, even the name, I didn't have to think about it. The name came with the journal entry on that day. So therefore, that's what you have today. That's what it is. I don't care whatever. If somebody else think it should be called something else, that's fine. But I know that's what the Most High gave me. See? So that's why you want to write down your dreams and goals in your journal. Okay? These are the things that are very important. What else can you put in here? Here's another one. On this one, I give you some idea. And the reason for two also is because, you know, well, You can't put it all in one, right? So you have to spread it out. But here's another thing. You want to write about things that you have learned, things that you've seen, heard, experienced, and received during your quiet times, during your prayer times, during your meditation time, during your whatever you may call that time that you have in your quiet moments of focused reflection, right? Chronicle your dreams, your goals, your vision, revelation, inspiration, answers, and ideas or strategies. You put them here. There are many times when, for example, I'm telling you, and some of you probably have attested to this right here, but my point is, even while this thing was, being written, I had an idea came to my mind. Why don't you do this? Okay, voila. It was something to be able to implement. And when I implemented, voila, I was able to be remunerated for it. Because these are things you don't know until you have it written down, then it can become clarified. And in that process, you test it out now. You test it out. So here's some basic guidelines for you to journal. I mean, when it comes to journaling and doing it successfully, you should journal every day as much as possible. But if it by chance you miss a few days, then you can double up. It's your journal, right? You don't have to be legalistic about it. But what we want to do is develop the habit, though. Most of the successful people, again, if you check with Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Brendan Burchard, all of these folks, Michael Hyatt, these folks journal consistently every single day, right? Every day they develop the habit of writing things down, starting their day, planning their day, right? Because that's what most people actually associate with journaling, right? Is planning your day and so forth, or scheduling. But it goes beyond that. But again, think about if you're going through something, you've been, many people, even I guess psychologists, psychiatrists, and different folks like that will have people do writing exercises as part of their therapy because, again, it can be therapeutic. It helps to clarify things. We think so many thoughts, and but when they are written out, then we can give them clarity. We can also get them out of our minds and stuff like that. Then when it's on paper, now we can see if it makes sense or not. Because sometimes we think so many things, but just because you're thinking a thought doesn't necessarily mean it is the best thought, it is a godly thought, or that is a true thought. So when I write it down, then now I can go and see, okay, no, this doesn't make no sense. So again, you want to keep it private. You should title and date each journal entry. This is very important because you want to know when I made this entry and so forth. Again, you don't have to always do everything like that. But normally, again, in most of my journals, you're going to find that I have the date on there. Like I said, here I can pinpoint 127, 2011. So that's the date of that particular journal entry. Okay, let's do another one real quick. Write specifically, especially when you are undisturbed and when you are focused. Another one is use coded language sometimes, right? You can use short code, like how you do with your texting now, right? So instead of writing out the full thing, especially if it might be something sensitive, just in case somebody might get your stuff, you can probably use fake names. You can use or code names and code language and those type of things to help you. Now, what you should do is also you want to write about life goals, dreams that you may have. Again, we talk about that in the future. Inspiration. What are inspiration? Encouragement, gratitudes, blessings, motivations for your life and others. What are answers? Yearnings of your heart, anything you're confused about or trying to make decisions or you've made good decisions about in the past. Any ideas or strategies that you want to apply to your life, your career, your finances. For example, time management tips, best practices, wealth building tips, all of those. One of the journal I have here where that's where the reason why I'm able to when I share with you again about strategies like IPR, input plus process equals results, all of those again came as a result of my journal entries, my journaling, and over time they have now been solidified. Okay, so here we have, for example, my secret model, okay, for optimal balance. Okay, this you see, even that. I was speaking with a gentleman actually on the phone today, and he was asking me a question, a spiritual one. But then I tell him, hey, I told him in the new year, I'm going to actually be doing a teaching series on balance in the Christian life. Okay, because many people of faith sometimes are very imbalanced. So, but here's something interesting, and I just turned here. Okay, I didn't go. I just pulled up a journal. Right, this one is one of my leadership journal from Jim Rohn. But now look at this section right here. This journal entry says optimal balance, the new secret to success. Interesting. So I'm just going to even bookmark here because I might go back here now and find some notes. You see what I'm telling you? So, but I have already went through, and there's a whole bunch of even scriptures on these different things, but different strategies about being balanced in the different areas of your life. And they're all well outlined, right? 7 different areas of life, 7 different tips on each and every last one of them. Okay, that journal entry took up how many pages here? Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 pages, right? That's why I tell you I do need I needed my own journal to have a whole lot of pages, right? So you would not run out of pages. By the way, again, if you look in, Sindel asks, how much are they? Oh, so by the way, like I said, there's hardcover and there is soft cover. So the soft cover is, and again, look at this. This is a soft cover here. Again, it's very nice. Still a whole lot of pages. This $14.95, okay, for the soft cover. And they're also on Amazon, by the way. So, I'd rather you get them from our website. We always do better when it's from our own website. But if you want to go through Amazon and you have Amazon Prime, you can get it in 2 days. Okay. We have to do the regular shipping, but if you want expedited shipping, you can let us know for that too. Okay. So, and the hardcover, though, because it costs a lot more to create a hardcover book. The hardcovers, and because this is what, again, this is 368 pages and the other one is 300 pages. The Vision Journal is 300 pages. Okay, so the hardcover is, I think, $25, $24.95, $25. So $14 is a small price to pay for a holiday gift. Okay, 14, $15, $14.95 or $15. So that's the soft cover. Okay, if you want to get the soft cover, please, again, you can go to our website, strategicsecrets.com/books, or if you want, you can go on Amazon. But I recommend, if you are part of our community, better always to shop at our website. Okay, it's better for us. We make more there. Amazon, of course, yes, pays us, but of course they take out a big chunk for their own needs and use. But either way, I just want you to have the journal. So if you get it on Amazon, it's on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble as well. Okay, if you want the hardcover, you can go on Barnes and Noble, and the soft cover, we have it on Amazon, and they will do your regular. If you can use Amazon Prime, you can get it delivered to you quickly, as it were. Now, here's some things you got to be aware of, though, when you do your journaling. Okay, you should ask your journal some questions. Okay, what kind of questions you should ask of your journal entry? What do I sense God saying to me about this particular thing? So after I've journaled, I ask myself, what is God saying to me here? Could this be a godly idea, for example, right? What does the word say about it for those of you who are people of faith? Okay. What do I really think about it? Me now, what are my personal thoughts about this? How do I, because here's the thing, your journal entry is private, and there are many things that you are going to make decisions on and you are going to be acting on, because again, we use our journal for goal setting and all these things. So you need to know how you feel about things and what divine input are you getting for that. Not only that, but what do my spiritual advisors have to say about it? Now, this one, most people don't practice this, and it's a challenge. But for example, even when I had an idea for a product not too long ago, actually, when I was taking that course as well, and I submitted it to one of my mentors, who was actually the professor actually for the class, and he shared with me what he believed this could be or where it might lead, and I just appreciated his input for that. There are other things that I've even the journal entries, and he said, man, that's just the beginning. of creating journals and different things. It's like that's just the beginning. There's so much more to it. That was encouraging. That was affirmation. Okay, I believe that this was from God. I believe that my own heart takes it. I feel that this is something good that I would love to do, and here I have confirmation from my spiritual mentors that it is something that I should pursue as well. And so that gave me confidence. Another thing, here's something I want you to write down to, which most people don't pay attention, but you want to pay attention to what, and you should journal about anything in your life that is recurring. Meaning, what recurring dreams, visions, ideas, strategies, and experiences that are keep happening in your life that are, just, it's like I keep going through the same situation, or this same person's name keeps coming to my mind, or I keep having this dream every time I go to bed. Write those things down, because that could be something, that could be God speaking to you, that could be something that your conscience is trying to convict you on, or to get you to move in a direction or not move in a particular direction, or to correct. Okay, so relationships, especially if in your mind you find yourself, I'm going through terrible relationship, one bad relationship after another, that is something that needs to be addressed. So um, again, journal about it, because what happens is that will tell you there's something that needs to be worked on. So you see how your journal entry now can become powerful. See? So that's what we're talking about. All right, I'm going to give you, let's see here. I'm just going to share with you some other things that you can find in the journal here. 7 steps to achieve goals. What am I grateful for today? Here's something that you will love. My top 100 goals and dreams. So you're going to have in this journal, the vision journal, an exercise to do to write down your top 100 goals in life. Then you're going to also have my key goals for the year. Okay, for whatever the year is, you want to write down what are your key goals. So now we're breaking down smaller. Then what are my strategies to reach those goals? Then important goals for the next quarter. You see, so we're taking it 100 big picture, then we break it down for a year, then we break it down into a quarter. Then my top 3 out of all those goals, what are my top 3 for this particular month? Then my goal for the week. So I'm helping you a little bit there to become strategic. Then the last thing is you're going to be able to have your vision statement for life exercise. Okay. This vision statement is helpful because you want to get a vision for your life. And that's exactly what we're going to be going through. By the way, there's also a sample daily schedule here. You have to make up your ideal schedule. And then, excuse me. And then once you, excuse me, for those of you who just came on, like I said, I've been sick for a few days, so I think I need a sip of water. Woo! Okay. Okay, so after you make your schedule and all of that, the vision statement is crucial. That's what we're going to be getting into on January the 2nd. So you guys and gals, you have about a little bit over a week now, right? Today's the let's see, the 19th. So we have 10, yeah, 11, about 11 more days to go, yeah, before the year is out. So, well, we have January also. So we have about 11, 12 days. January 1st, we're going to give that to you. So what you want to do is we're going to be having a visionary strategy session on January the 2nd, but you need a journal. All right, you're going to have to have a journal. So I recommend, of course, getting one of our journals, soft cover, hard cover. It's up to you. They're available. You're seeing them here. This is the real deal. By the way, don't you just love that? Very, very nice, nicely done. I'm really, really proud of it. Folks did a good job in bringing it to life here. Okay, so I love them. I've been watching them and turning them and opening opening them all the time. I really feel good about it. And so got the back cover here, very nicely done. Okay, so you're gonna have to have a journal, whether it's my journal or our journal or your own or some notebook, but you have to come legit. That's the requirement. You don't have a journal on January the 2nd, you can't be part of the visionary and strategy session. So, in other words, I'm going to walk you through how to set your intentions and visions for the year. We actually going to plan out together your 2020 strategy. That whole session is for people who are serious about taking their life to the next level. I'm going to be asking you the question, you're going to be writing them down. Okay, I'm going to be doing the same. Like I said, I personally, look, notice, I've been so anxious. I have not written in any of these yet. I'm saving them for that day. I'm beginning my own new journal. I'm actually even wrapping. I'm so serious. I'm wrapping this stuff for myself as a Christmas gift. I'm going to get both a hardcover and a soft cover for myself. But I'm not writing in these until January. That's just how I feel about it. But I've been so anxious. Like I said, I'm finished with this is my last journal, and right now I have what I've been using as a little blue notebook for right now because I do have stuff to write down. But I just want to start the new year off fresh, and so with a fresh journal and fresh everything. So I want to put the first ink in January with you. So please let me put this up here. How do you become part of that? It's simple. What you're going to do is you go to strategicsecrets.com/books, go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble, and buy yourself a copy of one of our journals, the Vision Journal. Okay, and I would suggest getting both. I mean, you want to invest in yourself. You got this, the least we can do for ourselves going in the holidays. Don't buy everybody else's gift and you forget yourself. This is the gift that you want to get for yourself because I'm showing you many of the things. So I'm talking, even marriage. I'm telling you, which one is my stuff on marriage? Let's see. Where is that? I think over here. For example, I don't know if it's should be in here somewhere. I have a journal entry here about marriage. Before I got married, I had one of my spiritual leaders ask me the question about what I wanted in a spouse. What did I do? I wrote down specifically. He said, write down what you want in a wife, including the physical attributes, right? Because most of the time, the reason I put that on there because especially I work with a lot of spiritual folks, and they put that one as the only one. As long as she's a woman of God or he's a man of God, and that's it. A woman and man of God can be problematic too. So no, it takes more than that. So that was a given. That was obvious. I mean, I'm not gonna go, with Jezebel, but at the same time he was so clear. He said, write down exactly what you want in a wife. Write down, I mean, size, ethnicities, or whatever it is that you think you want. Write it there. Make it a form of a prayer. Put it in your journal. That's exactly what I did. And then I added on a few things as far as things that I'm not going to compromise on, things that I can have, but it's not 100% if I have to have them. You know what I mean? These are my negotiables. But I had clearly here are my non-negotiables, right? One is she must be a woman of God. That was a clear given for sure, right? But must be a beautiful woman, must be this, must be that. That's beauty in the eyes of the beholder, right? You must find someone that is beautiful or handsome to yourself as well. But I'm just saying, even those things we can journal about. So if one of your goals in 2020 is to build a new relationship, then by the way, you actually need to see Carol on here and get her book. Maybe Carol, if you're still on here with us listening, I think actually we need to do that in the new year, maybe at least February or something. Or if you want, we can do this next week too. But we would like you to actually come on and talk about the covenant of love, talk about your book. Okay, I have it on the Kindle. I need to have a physical copy. I have Cindel's book right over here. I have my students' book here. I keep my student books here as well to share, when we talk on different topics and so forth. But relationships. So if in 2020 your main thing is on relationship, we're going to work on that. If it's on finances, we're going to work on that. Career transition, academics, all of that. We're going to get concrete. We're going to get into what it is that you want to accomplish. We're going to write it down. This is what we're going to do in the first quarter. of 2020. This is the second quarter plan. This is the third quarter, and this is the fourth quarter plan. We're not going to be vague. We're going to help you to get concrete. We're going to help you to get specific. These are the kind of outcome that I want to be able to do. I'm going to be able to raise my credit score up to this level, which this was being one of my goals as well. So we just did well on that there, improving my credit score to the highest it has actually ever been, period. And so, but again, we got some help. Don Daniel is someone I'm going to be bringing on. He's one of my new friends here, but he's doing an awesome work in that department. So you want those kind of strategies. You cannot be vague, okay? For those of you who are running nonprofit organizations, you're going to have goals for your nonprofit too. Don't think that it's just about, only the profit folks need to do. No, nonprofit organization ministries need to have clear vision. How many more supporters and donors do we need to get? How many more missions are we going to do this year? What is my vision for the church in 2020? What is my vision for my clientele? What is my vision for my career? Are you going to transition? Keep it? Are you looking for promotion? Are you looking to start your own business? All of those type of things. Health. What is it we're going to do in that department? What strategies? Who are the people? What are the programs out there that will give me the top and best results possible? That's how you use a journal, folks. Not just jotting down little stuff there. And no, we using journal as a success tool to guide us and to help us to reach goals, and not just simply a little frivolous thing to talk about our love life only. That's part, you can use it for that, but we want more than that. Okay, so I hope that served you. I hope that helped you. Again, just go back and think about it. All the prophets that they were writing. Now we would say, oh well, they were using parchments and stuff like that. We will call it journaling today, okay? Because they were writing. So even God Himself loves to journal, because everything is written down in the book of life, and He has so many books up there. So guess what? God is into journaling too. That's not offensive. That's reality. God journals. All the prophets journal. And that's why you and I are able to read their content, because they would write down little ideas. They got inspiration. They got vision from God. That's what they did. That's what you need to do. That's why I created the devotional journal. Not the devotional journaling that you're going to read a little lesson here. No, I'm not giving you the lessons here, right? This one here, let me give you a quick overview here on the table of contents. Okay, by the way, don't you just love how they did an awesome job on this thing here? Let me show it to you. Let me tease you a little bit. Again, you can gift it to someone. Give a shout out to our design team. They did a good job. Dedication. This one is dedicated to my son, actually. So I dedicated this one to him. All right, the table of contents. Why you need to journal as part of your devotional and meditation time, promises for seeking God, basic guidelines for effective quiet time and journaling, how to live a life of principled devotion, a word about meditation, preparation for devotion. The reason I put that in there too, because some folks of faith have an issue with meditation. So we give you some basic guidelines, some ideas on what biblical meditation looks like and is all about. How to study effectively and tools for Bible study, the best tools that I've found, and my own shortcut when it comes to interpreting the scriptures. So we have some guidelines here on hermeneutics. Not a whole lot. I'm not trying to make you a scholar, but I give you those are the basics. So, and then principles of interpretation, types of Bible studies. So the first section of this up to page, let's see here, give you a little bit of, tools. So up to page 55, 54 is all, those are my introductory remarks and teachings. I give you some basic stuff, but all the rest from page 55 all the way to page 362 is all journaling pages. So you have more than you need for journaling, okay? What you should do, go ahead right now, go to strategicsecrets.com or bookstore and get yourself a book. $14.95 for the soft covers, $24.95 for the hard covers. Get it shipped before the holidays, because on January the 2nd, we are going to be visionarying together. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to pull up my dry erase board that I have as well, and we're actually gonna do some writings together and stuff like that. Okay, well, God bless you. Enjoy the holidays. Okay, so next time we talk is gonna be after Christmas. So on behalf of my family, I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I also pray that God richly bless you, and that in your holiday season you will also remember that in giving, you want to give your gift of yourself also, not just the material, but being present with your time and being present with the folks that you love. But if you are looking for physical, tangible presence, please don't forget us at Strategic Secrets, our family here. You are an ambassador. And when you support us, you are doing a world of good, because we use most of our resources to continue to create products and programs that bless humanity, and also we give to causes around the world as well. So take care, have a good evening, and God bless you. I will see you next week on the 26th. Take care.